A few weeks ago, large amounts of drugs including LSD and ecstasy were seized in Telangana. What was shocking was some of the people who were actually using these illicit drugs. School children.
At least 20 of the top schools in Hyderabad have been informed that their students, some as young as 13 years of age, were buying and using these drugs, including ecstasy, LSD and other drugs too.
Now, this news has shocked parents, teachers and the entire nation. But at the same time, this brings forth a big reality that no doubt this problem needs to be addressed. But it also brings the main question: why does someone get pushed into addiction?
So today, let us try and decode why does addiction happen, what happens in the brain when you take these drugs, and what factors might drive people into addiction. I am Dr. Sonia Lal Gupta.
And I am Dr. Sameer Gupta. And welcome to Doctors on Call. The word addiction itself comes from the Roman word meaning enslaved or bound to. Addiction by any object, whether drugs, alcohol, nicotine, or even behaviors, hijack the brain, affecting your body and creating havoc in it. Brain chemistry plays a major part in addiction. Our brain likes things that make us feel happy. It could be alcohol, something we like to eat like chocolates, sugar, cold drinks, cigarettes, anything, no matter what it is. It all happens through the brain's reward-seeking pathway.
Deep in the brain, we have an area called the ventral tegmental area. This area releases a chemical which is a feel-good chemical called dopamine. This chemical travels higher to another area in the brain called the Nucleus Accumbens. The Nucleus Accumbens deals with emotions and motivations. Dopamine stimulates this area, making us happy and wants us to have the same feeling of happiness again and again. When we take something like cocaine, it causes the dopamine levels to go up by up to 10 times, causing a high feeling of euphoria. When done repeatedly, it starts changing the brain, causing the brain to adapt to these levels and in response produce less dopamine, either by reducing the dopamine producing cells or by making them less sensitive. This causes the person to take even higher amounts of the drug to get the same pleasurable feeling.
Drug abuse and addiction can have long-lasting effects on the person's health. Now, everyone is prone to addiction, but some people are more prone than others. To learn more about addiction, we spoke to Dr. Atul Ambekar, faculty at the National Drug Dependency Treatment Center at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences in Delhi.
Many people tend to view addiction as an illness like typhoid or malaria. You just give someone a few days to few weeks treatment and the person will be totally alright. That is not the case. Addiction is a disease which is similar to diabetes or high blood pressure. Just like for those diseases, you need to take treatment for a very long-term basis. In some cases, perhaps lifelong. Just like any other medical disease, addiction is also multifactorial in nature, which means a wide variety of factors interact with each other to develop the problem of addiction in someone. One and a very important and often overlooked factor is genetic factors. There may be environmental factors also. For instance, the peer influence, easy availability of drugs in your neighborhood, that is another factor. Difficult childhood, problems in upbringing, dysfunctional family environments, all of these factors which may make a young person get attracted towards drugs, try those drugs and finally become dependent on those drugs.
During our conversation, Dr. Ambekar continued to express the importance of support of the family for helping people recover.
If you think one of your family members has a problem of addiction, first of all, don't shun away that individual. Try to see him as someone who needs help. It's understandable that many people who suffer from dependence engage in such behaviors which are obviously not liked by their family members. That is also a part of illness. Let's understand them. That people who are suffering from addiction, they deserve our compassion, our empathy, and most of all, our care and support.
Now, addiction as a problem needs to be recognized and the optimal treatment and support needs to be given sooner than later.
This is just one incident that has highlighted this problem, but we need to start looking closely into why such young children are falling into this trap and help them early on.
Absolutely, because if not caught in time, addiction can affect you for life. That's all for now. See you next week.